Manufacturing has always been a large contributor to both our local and national economies. We have contributed trillions of dollars on an annual basis to the general economy. Your average employee in a manufacturing environment can make anywhere from $10,000 to $15,000 more per year than an individual in any other industry. In addition to that, what we contribute from a community standpoint is, a level of job stability. We're a viable employer. Manufacturing isn't what it was 10 years ago, 15 years ago, 20 years ago. We have moved from being a very manual industry to a more automated industry. There is no limit to what you can do in manufacturing. I think one of the things that we would love to see in a community plan to show students in our local area what exactly manufacturing is to do more community outreach, to invite the students into our facilities so they can see what we do on a daily basis and get a better understanding as to how deep manufacturing really goes. It's not just about manual hands-on labor, it's about design and development and working with customers and clients from around the world. And for them to really understand how deep manufacturing goes, I don't think they can get that from a textbook. I don't think they can get that, from having someone come in and speak to their classes, although we love doing that as well. I think they get the most out of these one-on-one programs where they actually have a chance to come in and see, touch, smell, feel what we do.
I think it's important for the community and for manufacturing to understand each other. As we look into our local schools, and the schools look at manufacturing and the parents of children look at manufacturing, I think we need to be connected. We need to understand what the needs of the community are, and as well as the community knowing what the needs of manufacturing are. We're a big part of the tax base. We put a lot of money into this region, and I think it's important that we help each other succeed so that future graduates for years to come have a viable place to go to work.
I think one of the biggest benefits to having youth in our community exposed to multiple manufacturing industries is so they have a really good understanding of where what they use on a daily basis comes from. We don't think about the parts in our car and the fact that someone else has made them, that someone else has installed them, that someone else has made sure that they operate in a proper fashion and a safe manner. I think the only way they can truly grasp and understand how connected manufacturing is to their everyday lives is if they go out to those companies and they see what they do and they get an understanding of the application of the parts or the different instruments that they're making.
I enjoyed how they went into depth about their details and their planning behind all their building and their manufacturing and how everything has to run together smoothly or it won't function as well.
The whole group benefited because there was so many different jobs where kids could find something, hey, I think I could be good at that, that looks interesting to me. And so when I got the feedback from my students, they really saw things that I didn't see. I was so focused on technology, and some of them mentioned that they would like to be in charge of shipping. And one of the girls told me that she would like to be the safety guy to make sure everybody does their job and kind of an administrative role. So it was really a good opportunity for your kids to get exposure to all those careers in one setting.
I think manufacturing has been kind of hidden from the public. Over the last 10 to 15 years, there's been a big push for all children to go through a 4-year university, and manufacturing has kind of been back in the shadows. As the baby boomers have retired and we've seen more jobs open up in manufacturing, I think it's important that we as manufacturers are out in front of the public, showing them what we do, showing them the technology that we have. Again, we're not labor intensive anymore. We have a lot of technology out there that both takes cost out of our product, but also requires different skills, different challenges than just coming into a normal 8-hour job and doing the same repetitive thing over and over.
We have spent the last 10 to 15 years shipping so much of our manufacturing industry overseas, and as a result we've seen a decline in our economic structure. And we need to reclaim that. And the only way we can reclaim that is if these up and coming generations have the opportunity to see the value of manufacturing in our communities and understand that we need them and we value what they can bring to us generation over generation.
High school student is interested in getting into manufacturing. You really need to focus on science, the maths. Depending on what you're wanting to do, coming in at an entry-level job, you know, soft skills are very important. Being able to work with a team, being able to communicate. So interpersonal communication is very important. Looking at advancing up into manufacturing, you know, manufacturing, we're full of accountants, engineers. You're non-typical. You know, most people look at manufacturing and think it's just a labor-intensive job. But there's countless jobs out there that require you to be good in the sciences, in the maths, in the engineering.
We were able to see all the technology that they have currently available. We were able to see people performing their jobs and maybe even a job that we can perform someday.
The benefits for Manufacturing Day for the students, they were able to see a great company. My students went to the Emerson plant or the Fisher plant, which is located in Sherman. And the biggest thing that I heard from my students was they didn't know that kind of stuff existed so locally. So it was really eye-opening for the students to see, hey, you know, there's certain jobs around here locally. When I get out of high school, if I don't want to go the college route, there's a job waiting for me if I do want to go the college route. These companies obviously hire the college degrees as well. So it was good for the students to be able to be aware of community development and the larger scale businesses that have a lot of employees. And the one that we went to, they got to talk hands-on and see some of the employees and have an interview with the employees kind of behind the scenes, and my kids gave me great feedback. You know, the employees were really happy where they were. They used the word family a lot, so it was really cool for my kids to come back and say that they wanted to work somewhere where the family atmosphere was very visible, and my kids got to ask those questions, so it was really beneficial. My name is Mr. Barnett. I teach at Denison High School. I teach computer programming, web development, and advanced research in IT, and I am a proud participant of Manufacturing Day.
Manufacturing is something you have to be passionate about. I'm passionate about it, not because I'm out there working all of the pieces, but because of the people. I've been in human resources for about 17 years. I've been in manufacturing for a majority of it, and I wouldn't want to be any other place. I love the people. I love the technicalities of what we do. And I think that if I hadn't had the opportunity to get involved in manufacturing, I would have missed out on so much. So many opportunities, so many wonderful people, but it's all about putting yourself out there and realizing that where you start today isn't necessarily where you're going to end up tomorrow. My name is Kristen Holmes. I'm the Director of Human Resources for Denison Industries, and I am proud to be a member of manufacturing in North Texas.